one of Charlie Kirk's children is not his.
Erica Kirk is stressed and scrambling right now. After months of denial, a DNA test has officially landed in court, and it does exactly what she never wanted. It proves her ex is the biological father. And the moment those results were filed, he didn't celebrate quietly. He sued her for full custody, and now he's demanding child support on top of it. Erica has spent years controlling the narrative around herself and her family, but this lawsuit doesn't just expose the truth she's been avoiding, it completely flips the power dynamic. Because now, the man she pushed out isn't asking for permission anymore. He's asking the court to take over. And if the next allegations are true, this DNA test may only be the beginning of what she's about to lose.
Public is making all this stuff up. None of this adds up. No. Oh, lady. No, she needs to picked up. Excuse me, my language. She needs to get picked up.
If you've been following this Erica Kirk saga for a while, you can almost pinpoint the exact moment she began spiraling over the DNA test. It happened when she posted that photo, meant to prove where she was on September 10th, the day her husband was gunned down in front of millions. As you all know, people had serious questions about Erica's movements around the time of Charlie's death, because her behavior afterward raised red flags. At first, Erica tried to explain it away, claiming she was with her mother at a medical appointment in Arizona when Mikey McCoy called to tell her that Charlie had been shot. But people didn't really buy that story. Why? Because Erica had already been caught in too many lies for her explanation to sound credible. And when she could no longer ignore the growing backlash, she posted a photo she believed would prove she was away with the kids during Charlie's assassination. But that photo only exposed even more problems in her story. The children shown in the picture looked noticeably older than her own. As far as anyone knows, Erica and Charlie had a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old at the time. Meanwhile, the kids in the photo appeared at least a couple of years older. Once people started connecting those dots, the DNA conversation exploded online.
Y'all, whose kids are these? Whose kids are these? Erica Kirk provided this as proof of where she was September 9th. Not that September 9th was ever in question, but she provided this as proof. But y'all, whose kids are these? Something about this proof doesn't add up and people are skipping right through it.
At this point, people weren't just calling for a DNA test. They wanted a full investigation into Erica's past, to see if she already had a family before ever meeting Charlie. More importantly, they wanted to know if her ex was still in her life and actively involved with her, because that could explain why the kids never seemed to belong to Charlie from the start. These rumors didn't appear out of nowhere. They came from the multiple inconsistencies in Erica's story over the years, details that made people suspect she might be hiding the truth about her children. One of the most striking examples is a resurfaced video showing Erica with her ex, Tyler J.T. Massey. The clip is from a Trump rally, not unusual for Erica, but what stood out was the little girl standing between them, who bore a striking resemblance to JT.
When I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than go. I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another.
The way Erica interacted with that little girl made people wonder if she was the mother and her ex, JT, was the father. What made this even more shocking was the timing. The video resurfaced right after Erica claimed she hadn't dated anyone in the 5 years before meeting Charlie. But it wasn't just what she said that caught attention. It was how she said it. She seemed to be telling the interviewer, "Look at me. I'm not like those other girls, loose or reckless." However, Erica's lie was debunked almost immediately. During those 5 years she claimed to be untouched, she appeared on episodes of Bravo's Summer House. Her scenes were filmed at a New York City bar and the Hamptons, and in nearly every shot, she's either drinking or on a date with a man. So when she doubled down on the idea that her life was disciplined and focused before Charlie came along, those receipts flooded the internet. But here's the kicker. A lot of people speculated that Erica's ex was the one pushing those receipts to the surface. You know, the same ex she tried so hard to hide, the alleged real father of her kids. It seems he finally got tired of Erica spinning the narrative to fit whatever version of her trad wife fantasy she wanted that day. And that speculation is exactly what landed this in court. Here's where it gets more complicated. According to resurfaced records, Erica wasn't just in a casual relationship with JT Massey. Looking at their history, it's easy to see why people think he's the ex now dragging Erica to court for custody. Erica and JT even had an engagement-style photo shoot, suggesting they were heading toward the altar, plus the child they supposedly shared. That's about as serious as it gets. Erica herself described being deeply in love with JT in an interview with Arizona Foothills magazine. On its own, that's not suspicious. But why lie about it? Did she think those receipts would never resurface? If that's what she thought, it explains why she was completely blindsided when the lawsuit dropped. As you know, Erica is used to controlling the narrative, using her media clout to shape reality however she wants. She even tried that scary eye tactic in an interview to stop people from asking hard questions. That didn't work. And it certainly didn't make her ex back off. In fact, it may have made him even more determined to come forward, because he couldn't stand how Erica was handling the kids. Once the DNA panic started going viral, people began calling for Erica to lose custody, claiming she wasn't doing a good job as a mom. You'd think this would make her slow down and prove she was capable, but that's not what happened. Instead, she posted a grainy photo that proved nothing and continued her press tour like nothing had happened. Fans could understand why this pushed her ex to demand custody. The first thing Erica did when her daughter asked about Charlie was to tell her it was somehow her fault he died. You don't need a scientist to know that's the wrong way to speak to a child trying to understand the loss of a parent who cared about them. But Erica allegedly ignored the cry for help, handing both kids to nannies and boarding her flight to the next tour stop. The only time she did appear with the kids, she made sure cameras were present, so everyone could see what a great mom she was. Remember I told you Daddy was working with his friends in heaven to send you presents every day, so you always know you're loved, she said. See? It's a sesame. I love sesame. But it didn't work. The girl barely got held, and Erica somehow thought taking her daughter to a warehouse full of gifts from strangers was a good idea. And here's where things spiral for Erica. Reports suggest her ex isn't the only one seeking custody. Charlie's parents are stepping in, too. Many people believe the kids were never Charlie's, but he loved them as if they were. He would have wanted them cared for by people who truly loved them. That's the legacy his parents are now protecting. Meanwhile, Erica claims she's fighting to preserve Charlie's work, but ignores the kids he loved. Whether Charlie was their father or not, it seems everyone wants to care for the children, except the one person actually related to them, Erica. And that says everything about how messy this situation has become. Now Erica is backed into a corner she can't post her way out of. The DNA test is real, the lawsuit is active, and the courts don't care about her image, her interviews, or the version of herself she's been selling online. They care about the real victims, the kids. Because at this point, it's not just one man saying, "Those are my children." It's two different sides stepping in, claiming Erica isn't fit to handle them. And the scariest part for her? She's losing control in real time.